I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head. Dance together, forgive him before he's dead. Because I'll dance, 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 I'll dance, 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 I'll dance, 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 I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, 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 hands. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, 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 dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'll dance with my hands above my head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance with my hands. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna. I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head. Dance together, forgive him before he's dead. I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head, head, head. Like Jesus said, I'm gonna dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands above my head. Dance together, forgive him before he's dead. I'll dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth!
Phase 2.
Oi, oi.
What is happening, everyone?
Welcome back to another EP of the Not Fazed Talk Show.
What's happening?
Fuck all.
What have you been up to this week then? Huh?
Fucking struggling to sell tickets. Nah, the good night. Sorry, I was a bit disappointed, obviously. Didn't do what we were expecting, but
No.
in between fucking Paddy's Day and Mother's Day, like
Yeah,
it
we
was to
didn't
expect.
really factor that in.
Mother's Day was the one I forgot about.
Yeah.
What surprised me the most was the fucking 48% no shows. Like that's bonkers. Like 48% of people didn't weigh in.
Which means that 48% of the people were lappers because they got far too lit on Paddy's Day. And we're like, oh, I can't be bothered doing that again.
That's what there was some fella like about 7 o'clock or something bought 4 VIP tickets and then never checked in.
Right, clearly woke up with the idea.
Or they were still going. They were like, here, Mum, we'll go here, lads. And then they all passed out.
No,
he's woke up the
lying there
next
on
day and
sofa.
got the Glister email going, fuck's sake, 110 quid gone. But no, it was fucking brilliant. Like, and we all had a laugh. And
And thank you to everybody that did came out and had a good time. All the feedback's been fantastic. So yeah,
And we'll do it again very soon, yeah.
just not in the date we thought we were going to.
Fucking coming down with dates now, for God's sake. But yeah, no, it's good to see. Hopefully the scene is on its arse in Belfast at the moment. Like, it really is. Like,
the hard
scene. It's fucking on its arse. But we talked about it loads. It will swing back around. We have been through this maybe 3 times now.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, yeah, you just have to keep playing away. But the only thing
That's
is,
what she said.
the only thing is, the last couple of times, the last 2 we weren't running nights, but the one before that, that's where we lost everything. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? But
it is swings and roundabouts. It happens. Everything goes through its phase, and then it'll just have another resurgence for a few years, and then
yeah, Well, come on,
away
that's
it'll
it.
go.
So you have to be in.
Everyone's on that classic fucking 90s trance
It's actually,
kind of
I like
vibe
it.
at the minute.
Mate, don't slap me for saying this,
Mm.
but I've been listening to some hard techno.
If you call it trance, I'll not hit you.
It's not, mate. It's fucking literally early hardstyle. Like, I was talking. Obviously, I had a good fucking chat with Isaac in the way. Fucking was with him loads.
Yeah.
And he's like, see some of his gabber tunes that he made 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Like fucking Nina Kravitz and fucking big techno DJs are
Are playing
hammering the
them now,
fucking life
yeah.
out of him. He's like, mate, it's madness. He's like, but them tunes from back end are like, they sound perfect in the sets of the stuff now.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound old. And I'm like, well, I suppose that's a compliment. And he goes,
I think a resurgence.
as he's saying, they all have to sample them too because they were all on vinyl. There was no digital copies of them. But
I was actually had a chat with him about that and how he's obviously he was one of the creators of hardstyle, but he has come from a place where it's been a dark and dingy scene, and there was no camera phones and there was no big fucking lasers or anything. It was just all about the music, and now he has branched into the social media world that is now involved and all that there. And just obviously, it must be mad to think things used to be good and now they're very poserish. And he had a bit of a laugh about this. But see, as we were talking about this, someone came into the green room with a Phase 2 flag. Was like, "Here, can I get you to autograph this?" I was like, "Fucking right. When was the last time you heard of an autograph? Right, so we'd know where to fucking sign." I was like, "Do you know what?" So I leant over so we could sign the Phase 2 logo on the flag on the back of the shirt, right? And then they're like, "Oh, thanks very much. Can I get a picture?" And then left. It's like, you cunts, do you not want us to fucking sign a flag?
that's
for
our
you?
fucking flag. Fuck's it. It's good to see loads of people in their merch and all.
It was.
So, thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you. Things are good for us, but just fucking few more tickets would be alright next time.
No, I can. No holidays.
It's
Stop favouring your mothers and fucking patties.
I know, whenever
and
there's
quit and
fucking
rave.
raves on. But
Having
it's good to
kids
see,
these
like, the see Detonator back, the fucking Revival boys and all the trying. Like, that's what you want. You want the fucking scene to thrive again. The only way it's going to thrive is if there's good events. But it's a tough one because see your man Ben Hemsley and BLK. See him, BLK's fucking outstanding. Like,
I'd never heard of this guy.
I'd
until
never heard of
Saturday
Ben
night.
Helmsley. And then, see, honestly, I never even knew this event was on, or else I probably would have said, right, we'll not do that date.
Aye.
It was so, they put it on sale in December, and they sold it out in the start of January, so they didn't have to promote it. That's why no one knew anything about it. And then the December sold out, so they done 2 dates, Friday and Saturday. So that's 5,000 people.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what? And see your mom BLK, mate. Like, he calls himself hardstyle DJ now,
Right.
but he's not. He's a hard techno DJ. But
Right.
he's going, mate, going, no, I play hardstyle. Mate, absolutely unbelievable beats. Like, we'd wreck that scene. Like, it's madness, mate. But see if you had knew that was on, I would, like, you would have been like, no chance.
Like, so a lot of people were fucking saying that it was on. Again, I had no idea.
I had no idea. The only reason I seen it, I was sitting in the green room going, holy fuck, 48% of the people haven't showed up.
Aye.
And I seen D McCoubry out of Symmetry going, Ben Hemsley and Natalie have to do that. And I was like, no, fucking bastard.
Well, these things happen, mate. It's the trials and
That's it.
tribulations of
It's like,
fucking...
it's like going to fucking bookies and just fucking a load of money down. You just lost $2,500, kids, see?
Ah, well.
But nah, we'll go again and we'll have fun.
No,
I had fun, like, it was a great night, like, it was a fucking good laugh. Like.
I had a good stress relief. I fucking forgot to mix the tune. That was bad.
Oh, fucking hell. That, no, like,
I
you
feel
literally...
I feel like I need to call this out before you
I
call me
forgot
out
about
on
it. I actually forgot about it. So
Yeah,
we were
no.
standing, and Earl Wayne was over MCing, and I played our remix of Star Walking. And it actually, like, went down a fucking treat. Great tune, sounds great in the big sound system. That's the first time I heard it out. And Wayne was going, like, that's a banger. The Kane, the MC, and Dave was like, that's our remix. And then next minute, because it ends, it's only like a minute and a half
It's
long.
I knew the tune I was mixing in only had like a 10-second mix in.
It was
bit, so
bloody
it
Mary.
sweet.
You were.
And then I heard it, the dun gun 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 gun. I was like, oh fuck,
But you,
it's over.
mate, know what you need to do in that situation? Because I've done it many a times. Is you need to concentrate. You just walked off, and I had to fix it. You just walked away, and I was like, no.
I pushed play. I went, fuck it.
But all you do is you just fucking skip it forward. I'm an expert at it now. But know what you do, mate? See your cue. Right, this is the thing. See your cue marks now. No way you have the hot cues. Always set B on the last note as it comes in.
No, I'm aware of that. You know how my OCD works, but what happens sometimes is if I'm doing other mixes and I'm like, oh, if I want to throw this in and out quite quickly, I'll put in a C. Or if I'm wanting the market.
But what I'm saying is see B. So see B, or the first one, your cue at the start. See where the tune, the mixing bit ends on the tune, and then you just hit that on the cue hang and it just plays it. So you don't even have to fast forward.
Aye, but you're talking to someone that doesn't have a set of decks, man.
Aye, that's what you do, mate. You just hit, see all your cue markers that you set up. See if you hit A, B, C, D, it loads them right away.
Yeah, but you know what they're for, though? They're just to fucking give me points where I'm like, that's good. They either use the mix in or mix out.
That's what you do. So then just bang, and then away you go, and that's you sweet to the beat. Like.
But again,
you wouldn't even have missed that mix if I
don't
done that.
have fucking what, $6,000, $7,000 to go and buy.
No, but you have record box.
Aye, but I don't mix in the house.
But you still have record box. You set the cue points anyway.
Yeah.
So why not just add one more in at the end?
Because I didn't know the fucking decks did that. That's what I'm saying. I don't use decks. I'm not.
I was watching. I was saying your man James Hype.
Yeah.
Check his YouTube out, everyone. It's fucking amazing. He's just on tour, but this cunt is a wizard on the decks, and he won't play unless I have 2000s and the DJM 900.
Yeah.
He hates the fucking 3000s. He says they're out of sync and all. And he was telling all the reasons why, and he ended up just walking off stage in one of these shows. Like, I can't do this. Like, that the fucking thing. Like,
aye, because he's trying to do so much.
Because he uses me, and he is really, really good. Like, and it's all house music. Like, and it's pumping the stuff he's doing. But he was like, I can't play with the 3000s. He says they just don't sync up properly with the stuff I do. Now, is that what my question is that the hardware or is that the software? Because he's saying the cue points sort of stutter as he's as he's looping them and all.
But I did notice on Saturday the BPM would jump up by 0.1 every now and then, just for no reason.
I think that's a vibration, just.
Aye, but then if that's the case, then it's the hardware, and then that's what he's complaining about, because if he's playing 4 things at once and doing all that there, then you need it to be bang on.
You do, aye. But I thought that was amazing, because everyone now in the Raiders wants the 3000s, but this boy's no.
Fuck that.
I remember the first time we played in the 3000s, nothing would work.
What do we push on these fucking magical things?
None of the fucking pens or nothing work properly.
But it's what John said whenever we were sitting with him, Kutsky. He said that no one, realistically, all they are is expensive CD players when you go out, because no one has the money to buy them to learn how to use them properly for DJing. So realistically, when you go out to the clubs to use them, you either don't know what the fuck to do with them because there's so many buttons, or you just use them the way you've used any other set of decks, because all you're doing is selecting a tune, queuing it and playing it, because you can't use the full functionality of it because you don't
especially in
practice on it.
hard style now. The mixing bits are so there's literally 16 beats most tunes now.
I sat and had a good chat about this on Saturday night to someone. I was like, it's getting to the point now. As much as we joke about we're shit at mixing, I think that's what.
That's why you're
most.
Shit, because we're mixing 16 beats.
Boring, and it's see that whole the actual art of mixing is completely lost now, because people don't give a fuck. They just want tune. But it's still fun to be able to tease tunes in there, fucking do wee tricks or whatever.
Or have at the start, it used to have a long build up with just claps and that, but then it went into a wee bassy bit for another maybe 32, but it had a vocal going do it, and then you could have just trapped the bass out and let that play. Ghetto, I do have a Ghetto. Is? Did you see me Ghetto the other night? I played
done that. I was like, that's the best fucking mix you've done all night. I didn't even drop it.
But that's why I play Ghetto over the tune.
Yeah.
Take the bass out and let it play, and it just adds to the other tune. Do you know what I mean?
See, sometimes I would mix do wee tricks and bring a tune in and then just not play that tune at all, just for the crack, because you're adding layers to it. But do you know why it's got shorter? History lesson for all you kids out there. Whenever we started, it was the end of vinyl and the start of CD decks. So whenever you're mixing Like, tunes had to be fucking 9 minutes long for you to turn around and flick through your vinyl case, and then you had the mix for a bit, fucking in case the times it off or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Then once the fucking CD came, it's like, oh, well, you don't really need to do that. You're kind of just looking through a CD
Yeah.
case, so we'll bring it down to
Because in vinyl, it did take so long to
and now
beat
you're on
match.
USB,
Like,
you just go, done, and there's no need for you to actually have, like, I fucking hate
most tunes are like that now. I know what you're going to
tunes
say. That just
don't have a mix-in bit. It's just push Q. No, stop fucking doing it. Put mix-in bits in your tunes.
I know, but mate, I would say a good 40% of the tunes I get now
Yep.
are like
No
that.
mix-in bits.
There's
It's
no
just
mix-in bit at all. You just hit play, which is what I was saying. That's what you do with the Q thing. So always set it. It means
Aye.
if you miss it, just bang.
But
But
it
it's
still sounds
shite. It's terrible, mate.
Like,
it's not
literally-
fun at all.
It's the whole purpose of being a DJ is to show a creative way of mixing music together, and now it's come to the point where you don't even need to mix. Like, yes, you've synced and all that, but whenever, like, yeah, there's no mix point, you just go, done.
Yeah.
You then become a Spotify playlist.
No,
You're
it's
not
not.
a DJ.
It's not. You're just a producer. That's the only way to perform your music is on stage. So most of the work is done at home.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like it's anyone.
But if you're
going
going to start doing that, then you may as well just pre-record sets. And just stand there and go,
No, because you have to have a good track selection. It is madness, mate. It is fucking crazy. Like
on that,
Fair play to
something
this.
was said to me on Saturday night. I'll not say who it is, but you'll know who you fucking are. Came up to me and was like, they've played like half of the tunes that I have on my stick for tonight. And I just turned around and went, well, that's what happens when you plan a set. And they just walked off. It's like, this is what we
Yeah.
tell you. And not only you could lose the crowd, but if you go out and somebody else has played the tunes you plan on playing, you have no backup.
no, that's it. Like there is no way to fucking round it. Like, and it's losing the crowd's the main one. Like, because don't get me wrong, you drop if the tune's good enough, you can drop it twice. Like, in the night. You know what I mean? If it's good enough tune, but see, once you lose a crowd, playing a raw.
That's an awful thing to say. Play the same tune twice.
No, not in your set, but like two
Oh,
different
right,
artists.
yes,
play it.
sorry.
Aye.
Sorry, yeah, okay, I get you.
Aye.
I was like, what fucking bollocks are you talking here?
No, fuck them.
Just a full set with a one
Aye.
tune. Just want to hear it again.
Aye.
Yo!
Fucking Calvin Harris Miracle every other tune.
Fuck off. Every fucking remix that's been made of it.
Aye, mate. I know, mate. There is literally people just waiting for stuff to drop to go. Right. Because there was wee teasers of it, mate. People already had the instrumental and like the break. You know what I mean? Just waiting as soon as
Yeah.
the full original come out, download, chop it out, away you go.
Yep.
Madness. It is insane, like.
Where do you see this free mad music thing I found?
I wonder, wasn't many people seen it, I'm sure, but fucking we made sort of that kind of music recently.
Well, we've done it more as a little experiment to
A laugh.
see what.
Seeing that,
What
mate,
would
this is
we do?
hilarious.
Now, this is, for anybody that didn't know, Snoop Dogg played in Belfast the other night, and as he was leaving Belfast, some wee airport guy thought he would be a wee legend and do
Is that
this
not
for
in
him.
Scotland?
No, it's in Belfast.
I thought he landed in Scotland for that.
I thought, well, he might have been leaving
That's
Belfast.
definitely a Scottish thing.
Aye, then sorry, I just completely lied, but yeah. Snoop's just like, yes.
Amazing.
He's loving it, like he's trying to hide how cool this is in his face. Like, yeah, I do this all the time, but really he's like, oh my god, I'm playing this to Snoop Dogg.
Fair play.
Do you know what's really happening in that video though? You know Snoop Dogg's looking at that going, can I smoke weed out that motherfucker?
Someone bring me a
let me hit that
motherfucking pat.
But I was like, that is fucking belter. Fair play to him for doing it as well, because that would be a fucking...
That's a great idea, isn't it?
It is. What a great welcome. Just one wee guy standing in the rain playing fucking your tune. On the fucking worst sounding instrument.
No, fuck, I like an old bagpipe.
I know, but...
Not playing fucking that. Like
but have
still
you,
dry.
whenever you're beside a bagpipe, it is highly fucking... I think it's class and it's very talented, but whenever it's right beside you, you're like, would you shut the fuck up? It's like a kid with a recorder. That's what it's like.
I know, fucking learning the recorder in school comes in handy, doesn't it? Like, do you ever see that meme? Thank God I learned to record in school, because whenever I'm in stressful situations, playing Three Blind Mice really...
We quick laugh, the Three Blind Mice sorts it all out. Oh, no, fuck. I was actually trying... I told Ruby that the other night. I was like, and see, when you learn to play this, you'll go to school and they'll teach you to play it. And do you know what you'll do whenever you learn to play it? And she went, what? Absolutely nothing. You'll never play it again.
Unless you're from Miss Shankle, it teaches you well for the flute.
Not gonna lie to you, mate. See, when The Mandalorian came out, I learned how to play the woo 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 on the recorder, and was like, I am the fucking dog boss. Running about the house going woo 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 woo, like some wee fucking tribe. Fuck. Yes, sorry, I have to watch my language. I was told that I swear too much, you know.
By the father?
Yeah. Sorry, Dad. If my
Fuck off.
If my swearing stops you watching this, then that's fucking brilliant.
Oh, Jesus, fuck me. Get her bucked or kid. So the fucking, like, finger and fannies to get shit out and stuff like that doesn't really bother him. It's just the bad language. So we have to say, he inserted his finger into the vagina to push out the poop.
From the rectal cavity.
Or is that better for you?
Mate, you never know what my dad's into these days. He's near 70.
Yeah, he should get his fucking Pornhub search history.
I'll have that chat with you off camera. Sorry, Angela.
Oh, fuck. What's up, Matthew Mullen?
I was reading...
There's a few people in the chat. Well, Louise, did you enjoy yourself? Great night, boys. Every set lethal. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, guys. I always forget that we're doing these live, because when we started doing them, and forget to check on.
Hess DJ. Alright, lads, would there be any chance for a spot to DJ at one of your events in the future? What would I need to send over?
Your bank details and your sort code.
Bank account. So you need to send your sort code, your PIN number, your address, national insurance number.
No, just send us a mix. Sorry. There's a story behind that. There was someone that won a competition for us and asked the same question. What details do you get sent? And Jason thought as a laugh it would be funny to say your address, your bank account details, and your national insurance number. And sure enough, the guy sent it directly through to Sergi. No questions asked.
And I was like, mate, please fucking delete that. You're talking to Jason Sergis, and in case anything goes wrong, please delete that.
So yeah, don't actually be sending us the bank details. Just a wee mix will do fine.
Yeah, just a wee mix.
I was fucking see what you rang me and told me that.
It's funny as fuck.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, have you watched any of the new season of South Park?
No, I don't think so, no.
That's right, they took the piss out of Harry and Meghan.
I've seen
that
that
great,
one,
right?
like,
Their new episode, right? Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched it from last week. The premise of it is that Stan's girlfriend is pissed at him because he doesn't respond to her messages because one of the other boys is responding so well. And he goes and speaks to Glide and goes, wow, how do you do this? You need to teach me. He goes, ChatGPT. And he tells him, you copy and paste the message in. And this does it.
Yeah.
So the whole episode's around Stan having this fake relationship with his girlfriend through ChatGPT. And then it all fucking explodes and whatever. They go, so I learned something today and all that shit, right? But then it came out afterwards that the last 5 minutes of the episode was wrote by ChatGPT. And in the credits, it's given credit like, wrote by Trey Parker and ChatGPT. But you could tell the last 5 minutes was a bit glitchy and stuff. But you were just thinking maybe they're just taking the piss. But then you're like, no, we actually wrote that with ChatGPT to see if it was possible to do it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I had fucking...
That's one of the only thing I had in there. So the Chat GPT 4 is now out, obviously.
I have seen that, and they're charging you for it.
This guy decided to go in and he asked it, how can I make money from $100? And ChatGPT started telling him all this stuff, like blah blah. But what he started was a Twitter thread of all the responses from ChatGPT. Mm-hmm. Now this thread went viral. And then companies were coming to him and saying, here, I'll give you 1,000 if we can do a sponsor on this thread.
Right, okay.
And he was like, right. So he was going back to ChatGPT and saying, listen, we made 1,000 off sponsorships for this thing. And the thing grew bigger and bigger. And it ended up made fucking $7,000 in like two or 3 days off the Twitter sponsorship from ChatGPT. So that's what people are saying. He's ended up on the news, no CNN and all.
Yeah.
And he asked ChatGPT, they must send over questions, and he asked ChatGPT here, these are the questions. What way do I answer? So he's just basically he's the
living his
human
life through
chat.
ChatGPT.
It's madness, mate. But I made $7,000 just off sponsorships off Twitter. No adverts.
Have you seen what the app looks like when you download it?
No.
Now you have to pay for this, right? But you can go in. So in the way it used to just be the text box you typed in and it fucking went do and told you shit. You can go in now and select what chatbot you want to talk to. So if you want to speak to a musician chatbot, you go into that one. If you want to go and speak to an architect, you go to that one. But it's got like hundreds of thousands of different types, which now shows you the level that they've been studying all this. If they're able to really branch in and say, okay, well, instead of you being this one omnipotent fucking being, we're going to separate you into hundreds of mini omnipotent beings and you'll just specialise in one fucking topic.
It's madness, isn't it? Did it have any?
That only came about in the last 12 months ago. We need to
No,
stop.
it was released to the public, like.
Aye, that's what I mean, though.
This is the fourth one of it, like.
Yeah, but to us, and now it's been less than 12 months and already we have to pay for it because that's what happens.
But see that GPT-3 was costing like $3 million a day to run because of the.
But realistically, whenever you're going to replace Google, does that matter? Like, Google are shitting themselves because their billion-dollar company that's never going to lose its search engine property now pretty much is terrible. They are the equivalent of fucking carrier pigeon compared to ChatGPT.
Tell you what, see, using Google, it's a shit show. Like, see if you say you're looking for something in Google and you type it in, it brings up all the people that have paid, like, to get theirs at the top of the algorithm. Yeah. See if you stick it into that DuckDuckGo.
I've seen that there. It gives you the different options.
It's like completely upside down, like.
Yeah.
And it's much easier. Like, the stuff comes, like, see if you're looking to buy a car and you type it in, make a model into Google, you're getting all this fucking, like, auto trade. See if you stick it into DuckDuckGo, you're getting just people who are selling their cars. Know what I mean? Like, it's much better, like, much better results for searches.
That's why now they're trying to challenge Google and their sort of market threshold over every device. Why are they the default search engine on every computer, phone, everything?
Yeah.
Like, so that's now they're in shit for that. Well, not in shit, but they now have to go and explain themselves and try and dig themselves. So between that little problem that they have and the fact that ChatGPT has made them terrible, Google could fuck off pretty soon. Google's going to be like Sega Mega Drive.
I know, that's crazy, isn't it? Nah, but they own YouTube, mate. YouTube's fucking...
Yeah, but think about it. Like, the term Google it, that didn't exist 20 years ago. That's an us thing. Google it.
ChatGPT.
Google it fucked everything. Like, you used to be able to sit and have hour-long debates into the wee hours in the morning about stuff that you'll never get the answers to, and now it's over in 3 seconds.
Love it. Mate, see, Blackie will hate at me for that. Go, Irish, go ahead, Google it. I'm like, but would not rather know the answers?
No.
What's the point in arguing over what colour inside a dog's fanny is? We're going to just Google it.
What the fuck things were you talking about?
You don't want to know.
No, like, I get it. There's certain things that need to be Googled to prove your point, but there's certain topics that you should at least debate, because a good old debate's healthy for you.
I was King Billy's horse called
I love
Bell
a bit of
Fast, or not.
Some people call me a master debater, you know.
Oh, I'm a bollocks.
No, you're like a
fuck's sake.
I'll just go above your head there. Master debater.
Right. Very good.
It's alright. It's not funny.
Master debater.
Yeah, master debater.
Master debater.
Yeah. See, speaking of fucking back in the day, I was looking at a load of school kids vaping. You're gonna just clip that. I was looking at a load of school kids. Clipped. That's me arrested. Did you?
I just put a new coil in this again.
Oh,
holy fuck!
Outstanding.
Like, there's not a thing better in this world than putting a new coil in a vape. Like, I challenge people to give me something that tastes better and is more enjoyable, especially as a music producer where you're sitting at a computer and you're getting that fine taste of slight nicotine and mevalidine from Titanic Vapor.
What about Fanny?
Well, that's number one.
Did you get the bus to school?
Yes.
Was it a public or private bus?
Public, just like the 11A.
Right. Well, because you're the shankle, I'll give you this question anyway. Did you smoke on your school bus?
I didn't smoke, but people did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There used to be smoking on my school bus as well, right? And that's obviously what got you in trouble. Now, when I was at school, this is the funny thing. When I was at school until 4th year, I didn't smoke. Right, but I would always smell of smoke.
I was like fucking 19 when I started smoking.
And you'd just go home and be like, there's people smoking on the bus, and then obviously
Yep.
fucking parents went
Great.
and gave up about it, right? Kids today will never, how old am I saying that? Kids today never understand. They will never have to go home. Like, do you know what I mean? See Jackson, Asha, or fucking Ruby, when they come back from high school and be like, why do you smell like strawberry shortcakes? Oh, somebody was eating buns on the back of the bus. Like, you'll never fucking catch them out from vaping that way. Like, they'll never come home and be like, you smell like fucking blue raspberry. What have you been up to?
No, that's true, mate. But that was a big one. Like, that's
Getting caught
because
smoking on
I
the
was
school
even
bus.
the one. I didn't smoke, but like my man was like, smells smoky, and I know it was genuinely the bus or wherever you were. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't. I say the only reason I started smoking cigarettes was because I stopped smoking weed.
Yeah.
And then I
You
went
needed
from
something to
smoking
replace it.
weed and ended up smoking 40 Lambert and Butler a day, for fuck's sake. I mean, I remember you could get, see back then, it was like fucking $3.75 or something for 20 Lambert.
Oh, aye.
Or like 12 quid now.
You used to be able to get 10 Richmond baseball bats, like the fucking Super Kings, for $1.90, and we would all chip in and just sit and smoke them, and then fuck off home for the night. Sit, play football and smoke fags. Very counterproductive things to do, like, aren't they? Oh, I scored a goal. Give us one of them fags.
To celebrate.
Running about the pitch. Oh, fuck.
It's madness, mate. But I fuck that out smoking caper, mate.
But that's another thing.
See, whenever
it's
I
mad
smoke-
that you'll never see that. Like, it's a generational thing. Like, kids will never understand getting caught, like, getting told off for smelling of smoke.
I would rather them vape than smoke. Like,
Aye.
mate, see smoking, right? Like, see, until I stopped smoking, I didn't realise how bad it was. The smell. Like, because, mate, and seeing the house I lived in when I was the heaviest smoker, Fort William, like, I wasn't allowed to smoke in the house, but I used to hang out the fucking bedroom window, like, every 10 minutes. See, as soon as the adverts and all come on TV, out of it. But, mate, like, hanging out the window does fuck all, like,
No.
you know what I mean? But it was crazy. And
See,
then I
I-
stopped. See everyone's house I went into who smoked, I was like,
Oh, the smell.
no, and even people who smoked, like, standing talking to me, I was like, no way I smelled like that, like.
Yeah.
But you did, of
Yeah.
course you did.
I was a weird smoker because I didn't enjoy the smell of smoke. Like, I would always, even before the smoking ban, I would have preferred to not smoke inside. If I was going to have a smoke, I would always
Yeah.
smoke outside. I hate, like, see, even when you were allowed to smoke inside and you had a smoke, see, I think it's just a different smoke. Like, it's not the cold air. Like, it is proper warm smoke. And I was like, nah.
That's probably
And then I
because
just got
you
to the
were,
point that
you
was
were
like, well-
young too, and you weren't smoking
No,
like in your house.
even
like.
as an adult, I don't like
Yeah.
smoking inside. But then I sort of was like, well, smoking weed's better than smoking fags. Buy fags. And that was, I was like, well, if I'm going to smoke something, I may as well have fun doing it.
It's madness, fucking smoking, mate. I can't believe I started it. But I'm like that.
But it's mad to think, like, back in
personality,
the,
like.
the 50s and the 60s, that doctors used to be like, oh, it's okay to smoke.
I
Marlboro Reds, sponsored by your local GP.
yeah, and your local GP walking down with a big briefcase of money from the tobacco
You go into the
companies.
doctor, it's like, oh, doctor, I've got this really bad chest. Like, do you smoke? No. Then you should
should
start.
start.
You think that's bad? Wait till you have 40 of these fuckers.
Why should I start? Because then we'll have an excuse for your fucking sore chest, you stupid wee cunt. Plus, I have a prescription to fill out here. But it was like, it was the cool thing back then. It's the way vaping is now. Like, everyone's into vaping.
Yep, and then whenever we're all old, we'll be like, oh, fuck, man,
Why would you vape?
dicks?
Oh, that's stupid.
See, by the time we're all old, we're all going to be vegan names that are fucking somewhere between a puddle of mud and fucking a brick of cement, and no one's allowed to talk to anybody in case you blink at them.
You're
wrong.
not allowed to leave more than 15 minutes from your house. You see they're trialing that in England somewhere.
What?
Oh, they're trying this thing for the environment where, like, you're not allowed to go more than 15 minutes from your house or something. Google that there and fucking find out
Fuck
what that is.
away
Oh.
off. That's like lock.
I was a headline read I read.
Oh right, okay. I'm gonna reel in my excitement then, because clearly this is not right. England trial. What is it? 15 minutes from home distance. A 15-minute neighbourhood.
Aye, that's it. No, that's not it.
What Belfast Council 15-minute neighbourhood proposal aims to ensure that every resident has all the essential shops, healthcare, parks within a 15-minute walk of their home. They aim to support and add services, not restrict them, the statement said. So is this how it's going to get billed then? So
yes, no, that's it. But this that's 2001. That was proposed there. So this, I seen it where it was saying it was like some wee town in England where they were going to trial it, like this year. And that's what people are saying. How long? So you don't need to go more than 15 minutes from your home, which means you don't need to use your car. Which like this is what they're getting at.
So what are they going to have? A local fucking Lanzarote at the bottom of the street?
Exactly. But it doesn't matter. This is the problem. So like it's alright saying that it's going to come in like the COVID restrictions innocently, and then all it is, well, no, you don't need to go any further than 15 minutes from your home. So stay within.
Why do you need to go on holiday? It's going to be sunny in 17 years.
That's the problem.
No. I was
That's
talking
how they
to
get
Nicole
you.
about this. Do you not feel that just with everything that's going on since COVID and all the wee different pockets of pissed offness here, there and everywhere, the world's kind of sitting on a bit of a fucking knife edge here between will we just calm down or will we just all unite and go fucking mental and push some sort of like human restart button and just be like, no, we demand a lot of fucking changes because you're all a bunch of money robbing bastards and you aren't doing for our benefit. It's all for your benefit. Fuck yous. There's more than us than there is you.
Aye, but this is the thing where the collective are dumb as fuck. They don't see that.
Yeah, because they're too busy watching the Kardashians and things like that. And Love Island. Sorry if you watch Love Island and the Kardashians, you can leave now. Sorry, but we'll hold on for a second.
Or fucking Married at First Sight.
No, here, that's fucking good shit.
No, it's not. None of them are. They're all designed to keep you in the Matrix.
Which is ironic because it's the one program that I watch to fucking turn my brain off for a minute and go, oh my goodness, it feels nice to not to have a thought about work.
It is insane, mate, this shit that they do, like the government and people in power do, and then they put all these bills in, all these legislations of like.
They just get slipped on.
But it's like save the homeless legislation, but then fucking 48 pages in, there's a fucking 100,000 fucking word fucking like document about how you're not allowed to buy milk anymore in the shop, and you're like, what the fuck's that all about? They just slide it in there so it gets passed in the parliament, and then you're like, fucking hell.
Oh, this law was passed that you didn't know about?
Aye, but how long? No, we thought it was about end homelessness. I know, end homelessness in Westminster.
Yeah.
Not the rest of the country. These are all fucked. Suck my plums, Rishi Sunak.
Do you have the tinfoil hats under the table, or are they in the wee box over in the corner there? Haven't worn them for a while.
I know.
Do you remember you used to have a fucking bookshelf there of all the tinfoil hats?
They're still there, knocking about. Do you want to read some? David Icke, I'm Jesus.
We'll read them live on TikTok.
Hickory dickory dock.
The
kids are sucking politicians' cocks.
That's true though. Do you know I said to someone in my work today? He was talking about getting married. He's gay, but I always give him a bit of fucking grief about this. And he made some comment about he always wanted to get married, but he always wanted to get married in a barn. I just turned around and was like, is that because the church wouldn't have your kind? But then I thought about it, and it was the first time I've ever thought about it, and it's very hypocritical of the church. And it's like, you don't approve of gayness, but you're happy to buck kids. Male kids mostly at that. Yeah. Like, what's that about?
I think the Church of England did say they'll let gays get married now and there.
Oh no, it's all sweet for it now. But I'm saying for the amount of hundreds of years that was wrong, but priests were allowed to go and molest children.
Do you know why they done that to stop priests from being? They made them celibate, because see, back in like the fucking Roman times. Priests were the rock stars.
Oh,
they were the
they controlled everything.
Not even mate. They were like all the influencers and all that.
Well, that's what I mean.
They were rocking the place. They were just raiding everything all around them.
Yeah.
And then all the high bishops were like, "Hold on here a wee minute. This is madness. He's fucking raiding every cunt in the village in that church. We need to knock this in the head." And then they went if you take something
I do
away
believe
from
you, but the fact you said this so confidently means that I need to Google check this because it's probably a lie now.
They took people from. So they say like, don't do it anymore because they were just bucking everyone, mate. It's madness, like.
No, I wrote celeb and not celibate.
Social media is creating celebrity priests.
According to the Catholic Church Code of Canon Law, celibacy is a special gift of God which allows
ask
practitioners to follow.
Ask when it was brought in.
Well, this has took a fucking weird turn. It's all right though, because there's something that I'm going to tell you about this in a second. I used to be an altar boy and I have tails.
Aye, fucking pubic tails coming out your arsehole.
When did priests first become... I'm going to have some weird fucking Google searches.
1123. And again, clergy forced it, imposed upon. Why was it imposed upon them?
I'm going down a rabbit hole I don't even want to know about. Sorry, guys.
That's what it was, mate. It was because they were fucking just riding everyone's
Do you know
waves.
what? For once, because of the guys out there, and I will just take your word for it.
Could you imagine being a priest back then? Yeah, and see as well, like all your clergy couldn't speak Latin. The priests had to learn that, so like they were just interpreting the Bible to these and however they wanted.
Yeah.
And then as well, once people started learning how to read, that's when it started falling apart.
Them girls who were able to
Like
see
Charlie
the future
Manson.
and all that fucking just give mad drugs to it. They're like, we think this is going to happen. Like, they have spoken. They're like, no, they're just
That's
drugged
his
out.
like. That's what he's like. He was like, and the Lord said, "Thou who wants to be strong must suck my cock." And they're all queuing up like, yes, let's go.
Here, fuck, speaking of strong.
Do you know why they give you the bread in their mouth?
Because do I know the reason why, or do I know what it's supposed to represent?
It represents the child's foreskin.
No, it doesn't. Fuck off. You forget that I was raised in the way of the fucking faith for 11 years of my life.
I'm a good Protestant boy.
Well, no, the way I like to look at it is I can now have a very, very well-educated debate with people who are die-hard Christians and point out things that are very hypocritical of the Bible. My longest fight that I had with somebody was 3.5 hours, and it was fucking great. And at the end of it, he shook my hand and said, "Thank you for being so informed." And I was like, that's it. I used to walk the way of the Force and then walked away. Fuck that.
I know, mate. It's fucking...
It was a load of bollocks. But I remember whenever I used to do nights in the Deer's Head when I was 18, right?
Fuck a Deer's Head, man.
Yeah.
Is that still open, is it?
Yeah. This actually came back to me whenever I was walking the dog. And it was one of those ones I was like, holy fuck, that actually happened in your life. And see, now as an adult, I'm genuinely convinced that someone tried to put me into the sex trafficking trade. Swear to fuck, man.
Go ahead, Madam McCann.
Swear to God, right? So we were in the Deer's Head.
Home alone.
Setting up for our fucking night. And I turned around, I can't even remember what it was to say, but it was something like, don't worry if it's fucking... We're going to do this one way or another. We will get shit done and we'll figure it out. I was just being motivational to the team because things weren't getting set up, right? And this fella was sitting having a drink, and as I was walking past, he fucking tapped me on the shoulder and goes, "Excuse me, I hope you don't mind." Now, to be fair, this guy was really nice. Usually tend to be whenever you're trying to, like, steal somebody to buck them, but... It's like, I hope you don't mind, but I overheard what you said to your colleagues there, and I really admire that can-do attitude. I'm a businessman. What is it you do? I was like, we're DJs. This is before I DJ'd or produced. I was like, I'm an events promoter. These are my friends. They're DJs, whatever. I say, I have a business proposition for you. Here's my card. Give me your number, and I'll give you a call, and we can have a chat about it. I was like, right, sweet, dead on. 18 and naive, first red flag. Woo! Fucking don't take the number, dickhead. So anyways, went and done the night. That was fine. Got a phone call the next day. And the guy was like, yeah, so are you still interested in hearing what I had to say? So again, being that we go get an 18-year-old that I was off my head and all sorts of gear, was like, yeah, let's see what you have to say. So I went and met him down in, do you know where Frames is?
Yeah.
There was some wee bar there beside Frames, not the Kremlin side.
Yeah.
The back end of it, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like it wasn't a snooker.
It's got like the cage thing outside it, does it?
Fuck it. Oh, no. Whatever it was like, it looked as if it was like a football supporters club.
Yes, yeah, I know. Like,
but it wasn't that cage
the Shamrock or something.
But it had that feel about it, right? So I sat in and I was like, I'll have a beer. He's like, go on, you'll have something. I was like, sure, right, give us a Southern Comfort. And he's like, double Southern Comfort. And I was like, no, I said a Southern Comfort, right? So I sat there. drinks were flowing. He chatted to me about the DJing and the music and the events promotion and all that there. And I would say after about an hour of sort of just general chit-chat and all that there, 3 or 4 drinks in, mind you, he's like, so, this is what I do. And even now to this day, I promise you, I still don't actually know what the fuck this guy did. But but this is
got fiddled with.
This is genuinely what he presented to me as an opportunity. He's like, I'm a man and I just need to travel at any moment's notice, but I can make you a couple of £1,000 every trip. But if I phoned you and said we need to go to Italy in 4 hours, I need you to just drop everything and come to Italy with me. But you'll have a great time because you'll get to buck all these women
Christian
and you'll
Grey.
get to travel all these places. And I was like, right, okay, but what will we do? And it's like, you can play music and you can do whatever you want. You can have all these girls and you can smoke weed and I'll give you all this money. It's like, okay, yeah, this sounds great, but what will we do? And
Sugar
like,
daddy.
and we can go and do this. It's like, but what will we be doing? And he never gave me an answer to him. And then it was at this point I did start twigging on something isn't right
know how
here.
dumb I'd have been on that plane.
Well, no, it gets worse because, right, I was then, right, I need to fucking smoke to calm down here and went to go out for a joint. He's like, oh, I smoke weed, I'll come out with you. I was like, oh, fuck. So
Was he from over here?
Aye, mate. So then we went out, we had a joint, and I was like, right, fuck, it's getting a bit late here, mate. I've got work in the morning. Thanks for the fucking booze. I was 18 and I think I was about 6 or 7 double Southern Comforts in, a couple of spliffs. I was fucking rote. Like, you know, I'm not a big drinker and that hasn't changed since I was 18 to now. If I drink a certain much,
I
I'm
beg
gone.
to differ now, mate. Every time I'm with you, you drink.
No, but I mean, oh no, I've openly talked about it on the show, mate. I now have a
That's
problem.
what I'm going to say.
But I mean, I'm not getting stocious, like.
Yeah.
But this was all just a bit weird. So he was dead on. He's like, right, sweet, well, I'll give you a phone tomorrow because I actually have to go to Italy or whatever on Thursday. And if you want to go, you can. I was like, right, sweet. Got him a taxi, left, and that was the last I seen him. He rang me non-stop the next day. I'm thinking to maybe about 40, 50 calls. And I just went, no, I am not having any of that. It's all a bit weird. And I just never thought about it again until I was walking the dog the other night and I was like, that guy was gonna fucking sex traffic me. There was something, whatever the fuck he was going
I love
to.
them ones where you just go and you remember like, oh no.
It's like fucking regressed memories.
Mate, me and my mate, and he'll not be named. Do you remember Power Ranger toys? We used to go in the Tesco's up the road there,
right,
and steal the Power Ranger toys. But we used to take them out of a box and put them down our trousers. And no one go out and hide them outside.
I was wondering how you've got from me being sex trafficked to
Listen,
Power Rangers toys.
So we used to do that. Now, obviously, me and my wee tiny dick and a pair of shorts, and your man, fucking, my mate, had a big whopper. Mm-hmm. Security guard caught us, but we had nothing on us this time. And he looked at me and he was like, ah, you're sweet. And then he got my mate and he goes, fucking pull your trousers down, what have you got down there? And his fucking big dick went out, boom, whacked the table. And he fucking told, the security guard goes, right, way on, you're not in trouble. Fuck off. Close the door. And he was like, don't tell your ma. Here's me no sweat. So I went away. Fucking never heard from my mate again, ever. And the other day, mate, I was walking down the road and I was like, oh no. Mate, I never went back and got the Power Ranger toys.
You're an asshole. Like, I genuinely was sharing with you and the fucking audience a fucking traumatic experience in my life.
My mate was traumatized. He was raped and never came back. Is that what you thought?
You're a cock.
Nah, no, Dave.
I don't know. I don't even want to speak to you. Genuinely, like, I could have been fucking Madeline McCann before Madeline McCann was a thing, and you're just like, oh,
I know.
do you want to hear a fucking shitty joke about Power Ranger Dexio?
I wonder if you'd have been on the milk cartons.
No, fuck, mate. See, by the time I was 18, the way I was getting on, they'd be probably like, here, fucking, don't bring him back.
Aye.
Fuck him. He was being a dickhead. We don't care.
Here, we'll pay. Keep him in Italy.
It's like
what happens if you end up
for a ransom? Like,
oh,
we want 500,000. No, we will give you 500,000 to fucking keep him.
What happens if we brought you to Italy and you ended up fucking looking after that dog? Gunter's Millions.
Did you watch that?
No. I don't have time, mate. I keep sitting down to hang and then fall asleep.
No, do you know what? It could have been that, but I'm definitely convinced at some point in that I was probably going to either be raped or sold to people to rape me.
Or maybe it was a sugar daddy. He just wanted to give you money and watch you enjoy your life.
Just sit in the corner and watch me wank.
Oh, actually, he has cameras in all the rooms.
Yes, boy.
You need bitches, I get you bitches. What have I to do? Just wank daily.
No, that was...
You have to go into this special room with a mirror and once a day. What do you do? I'll just be floating about here, don't you worry.
What's your job? I'm a wanker.
It does me good like a bloody well shoot. I'm a wanker.
Oh, Jesus Christ almighty.
Oh, fucking... but that is mad, mate. That's a fuck up situation. I know I'm making light of it, but you're alright now.
Wait, am I alright? That's about the third or fourth thing from my childhood I've remembered that I'm like, holy fuck. And the other ones I can't tell you on
I'm glad
camera
this
because
podcast is working, though,
it
because...
could probably lead the fucking police investigation to other shit that I've remembered, mate.
I'm glad this podcast is working. I set this podcast up just to be your counsellor.
This is all a big fucking ruse.
It's a ruse. It's a counsellor. We've got the...
Fuck, mate, you know what I mean? Anything for
I'm
fucking...
getting
for
fucking,
content now.
I'm getting stuff into me ear to ask you by trained professionals. We're all a bit worried about you.
Nah, you laughed. Chat GPT in your ear.
Aye.
Ask him this next.
All right. Hold on. Yep. All right. So what would you rather do? Have your parents watch you have sex for the rest of your life, or buck your ma once?
That's a really fucking weird situation to be in.
So they have to watch you. No matter what, they get zoomed in from like the fucking universe, wherever they are.
They get zoomed in from the universe.
Every time you're about to lay it down,
it's not like
they're round the bed and they're watching you. Or you just have to do your ma once and that's it over. You can kill her after it if you want. Like.
Well, I don't last that long, like, so I could fucking just get it done with. Literally kill two birds with one stone. This isn't funny to you guys that much, but I fucking hate my man. I haven't spoken to her in 16
That's
years.
Why I threw the. That's why I threw the fucking killer at the end. Then.
Oh fuck me.
That's one of them ones, mate. See some of them questions that I see on fucking like TikTok and all, mate. They're hilarious, and you just see people. They go up to people in the street and ask them things like that. And you just see them. They just look at it and go like, "What?" Yeah. Go, what the fuck?
There was something I was clipping something the other week. And you said something, and see my face
Ruby.
when you said it. I was just like, what the fuck have you actually just said? What did you say about Ruby?
You said clipping someone.
I was like, hold on, have you just said something inappropriate about my child? Am I going to have to kick your fucking live on YouTube here?
It's fucking brilliant.
Holy shit.
It is insane, mate. Like, but the internet's a great place. At least you can be free and talk about these things.
Yeah, exactly. I remembered another story from my childhood I can't actually tell you. This one was fucking... Oh, mate. This has all the elements of shit that's not even real. Like it's just so funny. So, do you know where Crossing the Creevy is?
No.
To start off with, right? So
Where
for
is
Sergi's benefit and for all you guys out there in fucking audio and visual...
Pull it up on Google Maps.
No, fuck. This place will remain off the map. You can have its name and go and find it yourself. Crossing the Creevy is up near Four Winds, but it's like if you go out into the country of Four Winds, near Lagan, near where the fucking Roselawn is?
Yes.
You literally keep driving into the country past Roselawn. Creevy's in there.
More Ballygowan. Closer to Ballygowan, probably.
No, it's literally about 30 seconds up from Roselawn.
Right,
There's a wee fucking turning. But they have this park, and the guys we used to hang about in were in charge of building the bonfire for Creevy. Right? So they would build a wee hut. And one year, a load of our mates went to DEFCON. And because we were all wee druggy bastards, we didn't have money to go. And we were all jealous. So we thought, fuck yous, we're going to have CreevyCon. And we're going to sit and get wiped out in the wee bonfire hut, and we're going to listen to hardstyle on our phones, and it's going to be our DEFCON, right?
Epic.
So we done it on the same day as DEFCON as well, so that was that, right? So we had CreevyCon. CreevyCon was fucking great, but my mate, who will remain nameless, loved we always went fucking toe to toe to see he could stay up the longest, but he decided he wanted to keep going in Creevy. It was pissing down with rain, and I had an opportunity at 5 a.m. to go home, so I was like, yep, off I go. So went home, that was that. And not the next day, but the day after, I got a phone call from my other mate being like, you need to get up to my house. So I get up fucking 10 minutes up the road to his house, and there's this big fuck off 4x4 go-kart parked in his driveway. And like it's literally like a kid's go-kart, but it's like we could have sat on it.
Yeah.
Like adults. It was fucking huge. I said, where the fuck did you get this from? And then in walked my other mate who hadn't left Creevy. Like Creevy to Dundonald, as you now know.
It's a good bit, like.
Yeah, it's a good
track, like.
right? So what happened was, Subject A, we'll call the Creevy friend Subject A, and the Dundonald friend Subject B.
on the other line here. Yep, we're getting as much information out of them as possible.
So,
this is the Creevy gang. This is another reason we started the podcast, to take down the Creevy gang.
He decided, right, I've had enough of Creevy Con. It's been 3 days. There's no more gear left. And he lived far away. Now, when I say far away, not to give away his location, if you went
Damn it, we're not getting
like you're talking like you're going up towards Lurgan, Portadown direction.
Fuck.
So he's not getting home anytime soon. So he thought, I know, let's go to my best pal's house in Dundonald because it's closer. So he started walking. And now this was, you're talking maybe 6 o'clock on a sunny summer's morning. So he's walking along the country roads and he realises, what the fuck have I decided to do here? So he stole a bike from someone's garage, right? No.
Yeah,
right.
I can feel it.
So he stole a bike, started pedaling like fuck, got about a mile down the road, and the tyre burst.
Lance Armstrong. Or no, Lance Armstrong.
So he burst the tyre, was fucking raging, so just set the bike, because he wasn't a dick, he then set the bike on the side of the road so that the owner of said bike would maybe come down the road and be like, oh, there's my bike, and they get their bike back, right? Because he didn't want to be a thief, he just wanted to get home.
Rode it on number 84 Creevy Road.
He walked for about another mile or two, and he came to another house, and he seen a bike again, he's like, take it, went and jumped on it. Both tires on it were burst. He's like, fuck! So he went and decided, right, I'm a wee bit knackered here, and this was about an hour, maybe 2 hours of walking. And
he's still nowhere near Dundonald. Like,
oh no, he's halfway over the back roads by the stage, right? And he decides, right, I'm going to just stop. I'm going to sit and have a fag. And as he was sitting having a fag, he looked into the field that he was facing, and he seen a horse. And he sat. Now, I'll also point out that my mate has ADHD, and his rule was that he didn't take Ritalin at the weekend because Ritalin held him back from having fun. So he was off his Ritalin 3 days into a bender and was like, I could steal that horse and just ride it to his house.
I'm surprised he's not dead now.
Now, to be fair, he was smart enough about this, and do you know what stopped him stealing the horse? The fact he was like, I've nowhere to tie this up when I get there. Wasn't the fact that he didn't have a saddle or any sort of rope.
He played too much Red Dead Redemption, for fuck's sake.
Oh no, mate, this is when we were like fucking 18, 19, like. But like, it was not that he didn't have a saddle, or not that he didn't have any fucking rope or anything, or the fact that he would have to catch the fucking horse. He was like, no, there's nowhere for me to park this when I get to my mate's house. He's like, right, okay. So off he went again on his fucking journey. And he says he just got do you know, just past Streamville, when you're sort of before the big drop into Dundonald?
Aye, that's where fucking Jason and us stayed the other night.
He got there and he looked up the driveway and he seen this big fucking bike, and he's like, yes, I'm gonna have that. And as he went to run up the driveway, because it was now 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, people were going to work. So as he went to run up to steal their bike, some cunt came out of his house to go with his car to work, and he jumped into a bush to hide. But as he was hiding in the bush, he looked over, and on top of the hill of this big fucking house, he seen the 4x4. And he said, that is mine. Waited for the guy to go to work, ran across, jumped on this thing, pushed himself down the hill, and away he fucking went the whole way. Now, he also cycled up Dunleary Hill, that big fucking hill, to get this final destination, and he just showed up in our mate's driveway, parked it, and started going, "You need to let me in." But my mate had just woke up from his night and knew that he was probably fucked, and was like, I need to do fuck off for you. So we left him sitting there for half an hour just to think about what he's probably done, us knowing that he's not got there through conventional manners. So then when I get up, I get told this story, and I was like, fuck, fair play to you. I was like, so what are you going to do with a go-kart? And he's like, I don't know, mate, nothing. I was like, give us a go. Because I had walked up the hill and I was slightly hungover, and I was like, I don't have to walk home now because I live down at the bottom of the hill. Jesus fuck, I had the best crack going down handbraking right corners and all. But I was like, you're a mad cunt. Like, you were going to steal a horse just because you were
That's
like,
amazing.
I can't be bothered walking.
No, what I've only realised but there in the fucking story
What?
is that it's not a petrol go-kart, it's a fucking
It's a pedal one, mate. He
pedal one.
pedalled up fucking Dunleary Hill.
See, at the start I thought it was a petrol one. I was like, fucking hell.
No. Pedal, mate. Like a kid's one.
That's even better.
But for people who don't know Belfast, you're talking maybe that's a good 15-20 mile journey from Creevy to up Dunleary.
It's all wee windy roads. It's not like a straight fucking...
down hills and up big hills and fucking country roads.
It's on the hills of County Down, isn't it?
That was whenever... do you know who it was? I know I haven't said their name. It was the same person that I lost my clothes with in Beaver Forest when we dressed up as Spider-Man and Tinkerbell. So yeah,
So write the name in the comments, those that know.
Yeah, the same person that I also dressed up as the 118 guy with.
Fucking madness, mate.
But yeah, that was these wee things just came back to me. I'm like, holy fuck, they actually happened in my life. What happened to you? You used to be cool. You used to have fun, mate. What the fuck happened to you?
No. Fucking two born bastards now.
It's because we've got no fucking time, mate. We just have work. All we do is work. I don't know what the rest of that song goes like. That was it.
That's it. I just know that wee bit. Well, we'll wrap her up, man.
On that fucking bombshell.
On that bombshell.
Yes, I will. There's nothing really to sponsor. Go and buy merch and all that shit. The link maybe might be in the description. Who knows? Check the description and you'll find out.
Back Home, our latest track's out now on Keeping the Rave Alive. Go buy it, stream it, support would be appreciated. Another tune dropping this. Is it this week?
Tunes dropping over the next few weeks. We've got 3.
We've got 3 coming out over the next month.
Yes, go check them out as well. Watch the socials. phase2.co.uk / go fucking check them out, guys.
Aye. / give us your support.
Yeah. And go if you want to continue this banter fest that we're having. Go and jump on to TikTok in about 10 minutes, and we'll be going live there for about an hour.
Yep.
So, peace.
Peace out.